Hey, board gamers, BJ from Board Game Gumbo here, back in the Gumbo pot this time with some Kickstarter lanyap. We're looking at Beasts and Diplomacy from Dragon Dawn Games. It's designed by Mike Kribel from Portugal, and it's a game for 1 to 6 players. It takes about 25 minutes a player. It's got some strategic card drafting. It's got some tableau building. It's got some worker placement, lots of strategic decisions. This is a preview copy, so there could be some changes between the time we did this video and the time that it's going to come out on Kickstarter. But I wanted to show you what's inside. I haven't learned the game yet. I'll be meeting with Mike pretty soon to get good rules over teach. But I want to show you what's inside the box because there's some really unique things that I'm kind of excited about after watching the preview video from Mike. So let's get right to that Game Toppers LLC table. See what's inside this box. Beasts and Diplomacy. Look at this big box here. I'm expecting a lot of stuff. There's a lot of cards, and there is a lot of decision making to be made. So we're knights in the world of Matera, and we are about to go to this big giant festival. At the festival, I tell you, in Louisiana, we love our festivals. We don't even call our board game conventions. We call it a festival. And so that part excited me right away. We got a festival. And I'm expecting some, big giant turkey legs, maybe some boudin at this festival. And at the festival, we're going to be collecting these wild-looking beasts. But also, there are diplomats that are going to be coming to the festival to check out our collection of beasts. So balancing the points from getting a bunch of beasts that, unfortunately, you have to pay for at the end of each day of the festival. And if you don't pay for them, you could lose them. Balancing that with meeting the objectives of what the diplomats are looking. Maybe they want this kind of piece or that kind of piece. And then balancing the two, that's going to be the key to winning the game. So already I'm kind of excited about the game from that aspect. We got a big giant rule book here. I don't know if the rule book is final, so I'm not going to go through it. I'll let Mike do the rules teach for you or somebody else with that part. Let's see what we got here. We got a big cheat sheet on both sides. I like that. I'm impressed. We've got lots of, so this is going to be about collecting the different beasts, and each of the beasts are going to have all these different attributes, and of course the diplomats are going to be looking for those attributes. So this gives you a breakdown of what different colors, the habitats, all the different aspects, all the different attributes. It tells you what's in the big deck of 100-something cards in there. So that's good. So you can also get people to help you out. There's a whole section that we're going to show you on the board where you can get people that have specific occupations. And here's a cheat sheet as to what all of those different occupations are going to do. Single-use personnel, it's called. So you get a tactician or a spy or a donor. And then we've got a nice summary of how the game is going to work. I'm going to go through that in just a second. So this is a really well done little player guide here. Okay. All right, our first look at some of the pieces. Let's see. It's a preview copy, so I'm not going to talk about how well this punches out and all that, because who knows what it's going to be like when it actually comes out. But yeah, this stuff punches out very simple. We'll go through that. All right, what else do we have in here? Part of it, of course, is worker placement. So we're going to need workers. So let's take a look at those workers. It'll, at least in this preview copy, it's going to be standard little meeples here, so different colors. And then I'm guessing some scoring. Yep, turn stack disc per knight. So this will help us determine, I'm assuming, like a turn order. And we got up to 6. All right, and a way to track. Let's extra bags. The festival scoring. Part of the drafting there with the cards. More area for cards. Okay. So let's see. We got the personnel cards. That's this little board. It's going to go here, and then I'm assuming that is the trader cards. Okay, so beasts that you have, not only can you score points just from getting those beasts, not only can you score points for getting the beasts to match what the diplomats are looking for, but if you need money, you can get traders that can help you get a profit on those beasts. And you need money because at the end of each day of the 3-day Solstice Festival, you're going to have to pay the upkeep on those beasts that you've been buying. And if you can't pay the upkeep, you're going to have to start selling. So getting a good trader that's going to allow you to make a nice little tidy profit on some of the beasts could be very helpful. Okay, so now we've got the diplomat cards that we'll be able to draft using our little workers. Got little boards for all these different things. Oh, this the beast. I mean, it's the main part of the game. It's going to be having all these beasts here. I mean, you can see from that symbol there. And then when the beasts are out, we're going to draft that. We're going to use our workers to get those beasts. All right. So you want to know what the beasts look like. You want to know what the artwork is, and it's time to take a look at that. So let's go right into that part. Right. I love when companies include that. It's so easy to take those off. Okay, so all kinds of big, giant, mythical-looking beasts. Everything from the shrill tribe spirit, the mystical gaoler. These are some fearsome-looking beasts here. The unkempt Raja, okay. The lumber king Ferrant. Some interesting beasts here. I gotta get to this one. The loathsome drifter. I was in a band, and the second iteration of the band after I left were called the lonesome drifters, and this is the loathsome drifter. Yeah, that shark-looking thing is definitely loathsome. So as you can see, lots of different beasts in here. We're going to have the upkeep, of course, for it. We're going to have the points, the influence points that you're going to get, and all the different attributes as part of these little symbols right here. And those attributes are going to be desirable based on the different diplomats that we have. Let's see if I can get those diplomats for you here. Oh, that's just so easy to open. Man, I wish every publisher included that in there to make it easy. Open these up, especially on stream. So, okay, so we're looking at what these are. There we go. Gillis. These are royals. Of course, they're in purple, right? And they're looking for different attributes, and they'll give you points based on those attributes. And what's neat about it is that when you combine the diplomat and the beast, that first time you put them out, you're going to get that bonus. But then every time you put out beasts during that round or during the game that match back up to the diplomat, it's going to keep scoring those things. So it's like getting a diplomat early and then playing toward that beast. I'm thinking that's one of the strategies that I'm going to want to look at. Well, we had that board that I was kind of questioning, and I bet that's what these are. These are the different locations that you can add. I mean, if you're going to show off your beasts, you want them having, certain different types of locations, and these are some of the artwork for that. So we've got caves and woods and forests, the oasis. We've got a ton of these. Cages, geysers, lots and lots. There are a ton of cards in this game, that's for sure. It's more beasts. All right, I want to open this up because I see a different type of card that I want to show off. Okay. We're knights, and we're trying to get these people in. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the back. And I showed you that little cheat sheet that showed all the different types of occupations that you can get to help you as the knight put on the best show at the festival for those diplomats. And although I don't know the symbology yet, you can see that each one of these is going to have some symbols at the bottom for different ways that it can manipulate the game or help you out. And I'm assuming that that's what this references here with these Roman numerals, because there's a bunch of phases in the game. We're going to start at dawn. where we're getting some cards to start our tableau. And then we'll go to the day break, and then we'll go to noontime. And then at the evening, we're going to have to pay for our little upkeep. So let's see what else we have here. Some more beasts. Yep, tons more beasts. Yeah, let's take a look at these. Okay. Yeah, there it is. All right. Simple. Okay. So the backs of these cards looks like treasure, obviously, and then some more of those occupations. The Blaze Mistress, the Green Dyer. Okay. I'm curious about these treasure cards. So, traders. Yeah. So you're going to start out with trying to get yourself just a regular trader there, but you can upgrade all the way. And there's every trader is looking for different attributes. Like there's that fish thing and horse. So obviously, if you're going to sell your beast, making the largest profit, it's going to be one way of getting that money engine. So that way you can get more beasts to pay for them. But you can move up to the elite trader. And that's going to give you much more of a bigger bonus for certain aspects. So there's a meat bonus of +4. These, I can see a little bit, although it's a tableau, and most tableau builders most of them have some kind of engine building aspects. I can see that in here. But you're going to definitely have to focus on getting a good engine going. Okay, we've got the last ones open up, and these are the quests. These little quest cards. I mean, you're a knight, right? So you got to deal with quests. You want to do those, and that's going to be where, if you can match certain aspects of your beasts with these different quests, you're going to get bonuses. So these little points here, the coal points, if I remember, and they're all just depending on all the different types of animal aspects. And so there's a ton of these here. I'm trying to figure out how many are. It's 40 something, it looks like. So lots of quests that are going to be coming throughout the game. The overview is that each day we're going to start out by getting some beasts, and then we're going to try to get the diplomats to match those. And once the day starts, we'll actually take our workers and put them out on the board and collect back those different cards, put them together to kind of do our little show as the diplomats come into our area and look at the beast, get those bonus points. And then as we add more cards, keep adding back more points based on the diplomats that we already have. And then at the end of the day, we're going to have to pay some upkeep, make some trades with our beasts, maybe get rid of beasts we don't want, pay for the beasts that are still in our bestiary, and then start a new round. And after 3 days of the Solstice Festival, the person with the most points is going to be the winner. All right, so that's Beasts and Diplomacy. Just an inside look at the Kickstarter, the production copy. So this is not a final copy. Remember, take a look at the Kickstarter page when it goes live this fall, so that way you can see what's going to be upgraded in the project. I'm going to get a teach from the designer, and then I'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts on the game. It's not going to be a review because we try not to do reviews of games that have not come out into retail yet, because so many things can change between the time that we learn it or play it and the time that it finally comes into your hands. So, but I'll give you my thoughts and kind of describe the gameplay and what we liked about the gameplay, and some issues that we're hoping that the Kickstarter might fix in some cases. But that'll come later on after we get the teach. We should be able to post that pretty soon. And I'm looking forward to this project. I want to thank Dragon Dawn for sending us this game. Until next time, is it a Bon Temps Roulette?